Okay, friends, let's get started. We are going to see this true to life maximum impact wig be restored to its former beauty, if you can believe that. This is a Raquel Welch wig, true to life material, lace front, 3/4 hand tied to there, and a machine made back. This happens to be a shadow shade wig. When you are trying to restore this, it's, I've been doing hair for 38 years. You need to have the right tools to work with, okay? So this happens to be a tripod. You don't necessarily have to have that, but you at least need to have like a mannequin head, and I would much rather work with the mannequin heads that have the class mannequin heads where it's shaved off and you can put the wig on top of that. It's a little bit stubbly. This is so matted. I'm not even sure I can restore this. But I want to give you an idea of what you can use or how to do it. I'm putting your head way forward. I'm going to start in the back. And one of the reasons I'm going to start in the back is because I want to make sure that it's heat-friendly fiber. I just did a wig for a client that she thought it was heat-friendly fiber. Fortunately, I started back here because the first section of hair just shriveled right up, and I only took a tiny bit, so I knew for sure that it was heat-friendly. I want you to at least see what's going on here, okay? See what this is like, crunch ball? This is kind of gone too far. Now, Eris makes a product, and it's an oil wig kind of spray stuff. And sometimes I use that when it's this bad. I do the whole thing, flatten the crunch out of it. And this is wet. This has some of the Hair You Wear Restore product on it. My flat iron is on 285. All right, so if I take this little section and if I keep going, comb, oh wow. Comb over crunch. Let's call it comb over crunch. It is kind of like straightening it out pretty good. It's really time consuming, but this is going to be amazing because this is really going to work. So I'm going, comb over crunch, working it out, and it's working pretty good. And I am going to start with this, with the oil on it, the oil conditioner stuff from Eris. And then I'm going to go back in after I wash it again, after I re-wash it. And I'm going to put, can you see how bad that is? I'm going to put the oil on this whole thing. And I'm going to work, look at this crunch thing. So what? I'm giving it some heat. But it's not impossible. The inside of the cap is great. And I personally think that even a heat-friendly wig should withstand more than 6 months out of it. I really feel like the Vibrolite materials or the other acrylic materials give us more wear and tear time. And I'm putting that on that crunch. So I got that all out of there. I'm going to go in, give it a little bend as I'm turning it, move my comb through it, try that again. So of course, down here next to the neckline where it's really the worst. So just to let you see, there's nothing easy. There's no quick solution to this, unless you have a quick solution. So after I washed this oil product out of this. Give it a fresh, see, this is like, this little ends here, I don't know if you can see it because of how great that light is. This little ends that's here, this is like an SOS pad. And personally, I'm not happy with that for the consumer. And I wish that my distributor would stand behind this kind of product a little bit more. And I really think that they are making changes with the true to life material. But I have to say, to the retailers, they're not saying, oh yeah, we made changes to true to life fiber. It's gonna not be as crunchy anymore. So I think that stinks that they don't stand behind it. I did have somebody return one of these. She was really not happy with, you know, how it held up. But between you and me, the retailer was not gonna support the salon or the, you know, the retailer. And then we're left doing something about it because this isn't really, I mean, I don't know what this looked like when it was like a couple months old, or, you know, if it happened in the first few weeks. You know, I'm seeing this after 6 months, so I scolded this lady. I was like, you know, you can't be wearing your hair looking like that. Which isn't, you know, probably what I should do, but what the heck? If I saw it earlier, I would have, you know, at least been able to do this. And I'm not going to bore you with this video going through all this because this is really what you got to do with it. And I can feel that I'm pulling the crunch out of it. And it's kind of like, even if it gets stuck there, when I'm giving it a little more of a hit of this, it's getting straight. And Maximum Impact, if you look it up online, it's a really pretty, soft flowing curl wig. It looked beautiful on this girl. And now it doesn't. So how do I know? Maybe after refurbishing it like this, it will, you know, last a little bit longer. I'm not sure. But she just bought a new wig from me, and it's a regular synthetic genre no one. And I hope she has better luck with the easy care styling of a regular synthetic wig. I mean, look at this. You know, the heck. I'm going to come back after I have this whole wig defuzzed, and after it's wet, and so you can see how I'm going to curl it with the larger curling iron and how it sizzles when I steam it. Thanks. Alright, Maximum Impact, True to Life material, defuzz, after effects of this, washed 3 times with wig shampoo, and I originally got the fuzz out with the oil sheen conditioner from Eris, and I washed it like 3 times with their shampoo, and I'm going to spray it with the detangler, Eris detangler. Now this is a Raquel Welch wig. I haven't been able to get the Raquel Welch shampoo or conditioner, but I have been able to get the Eris shampoo and conditioner, so that is what I'm going to use. And I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing here with my nice lighting. This is pretty wet. And with the True to Life material, what you have to do is roll it like you can't curl it like a regular curling iron would curl and then leave it. You have to kind of curl it and mold it into how you want your curl to be and do like a wet set on it. So if I just left that hanging down, it wouldn't, take a good set. But if I move the flat iron, hear it sizzle? So I still can see like a little bit of crunchy in there. But now I have my flat iron on 325. So I did most of that, taking the crunch out at under 200 because I was just like pulling and working it, pulling and working it. But once I got most of the crunch out, I turned the temperature up on this flat iron a little bit to like 325, and then I went through the whole thing again. And so basically I started this at 9 o'clock. It's 10:15. So just to give you an idea, and if you're in a hurry to get this done, you might not have good results because it's the kind of process that you need to spend a little time doing it. These are regular pin curl clips that I'm pin curling this with. And, see how much I'm like moving that through like it's real hair. Because now that all that crunchiness out, the original crunchiness, now I would think, and I could be wrong, but I would think that if you wash this piece, I don't think you should have to do this, every time you wash it, but it could be every 2 weeks for some of this true to life material. I don't know. I'm not sure if you should have to do that as a consumer, but the problem is the Raquel Welch product line is, it fits so nice and it looks so nice when it's fresh. I guess maybe they need to kind of be able to not let them last. They're not making any money if your wig lasts for 3 years, but I think it should last more than 6 months. So if this is the kind of a process that you need to do for your wig to have it, stand up, then maybe that is what you need to do. And like with human, hear that sizzle? That is also helping take out a little bit extra crunchiness of that. And I'm going to try this wig doing it with just this amount of curl, and I'm not quite sure if it's going to still resemble the maximum impact style or not. So once it's completely dry and I take it down, then I'll know better whether or not I have to do this step with an actual curling iron. And I'm not gonna redo it. But the next time I'll know that I could get more curl into it. If I used like a wider barrel curling iron to do it. But one of the things I'm kind of enjoying being able to hear right now is this crunchy sound. Here you go. One thing using this oil sheen product, you got to be a little careful because it makes your floor really slippery. So, see, like I still can feel like I'm getting stuck there with a little tangle. So I went back in with some more detangler and I'm just giving it, and you can almost feel it like right off the bat that it, so with the flat iron, giving it a bend, moving it through, I'm twisting it into like a pin curl and pinning it up. So can you see how she looks? I kind of did her part line back a little bit. I might have to take that down, but I think it'll be okay. I'll try to do this so you can see it. See, sort of when you're combing down, and I like these wide tooth kind of combs that I already have. This is a 6300. I get these from Aerosol, so. Shout out to Eris, because I like the guys there. When they put my order together, and they're very helpful with organizing and helping you with your orders. There you go. Put it like that. See, it's time consuming. And if you don't have the, like I have this wig pinned to this mannequin head. And if you don't have the right tools to work with, you know, you're not going to get as good a result as you want. Because if this was wobbling all around, there's no way I could do it. But when I have it like nice and secure on this head, and if you have a wig that has a hand-tied cap, you got to be really careful with where you're clipping, where you're pinning your wig to your mannequin head. I like these plastic ones because they're, you know, if you get it wet, and obviously I'm going to get it wet, I don't have to worry about the canvas ones, you know, not drying off or trying to protect the canvas ones. See how straight I got that? I got all that crunchiness out of there. Ta-da. Here. That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to see. You don't want any crunchiness left over. And if I let this dry in this pin curl formation here, and I see that my hair flops, you know, I will know that I need to either like set it like this, like there's actually quite a bit of crunchiness on the bottom here. See it? I hope. So this is a Hot Tools curling iron. It's at 325. I'm running through again, and this little ends. It's getting nice and hot. I'm giving it a bend. I'm giving it a comb. And I'm giving it a curl. Personally, like if I'm selling wigs to women, I tell them that a human hair wig is, you know, long after the price is forgotten with a human hair wig, you can do, if you have to do this with synthetic, you might as well do it with human hair. If you find one that you like, you know, sometimes you don't even like the style of the human hair one, but if you have a good hairstylist that puts your hairstyle in, if the cap in a human hair wig fits you good, and you have a hairstylist that can do a nice haircut on it, that I think is always worth the investment. However, this is like way easier. If you, once this is set and you get caught in the rain or whatever, it's still gonna look good. But A lot of the human hair wigs are really nice too. So, all right, so I think you understand what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing, and the next time you see this will be the finished product. I let it sit overnight. It was wet and smoothed out. Yeah, that's going to be just right, because basically whatever you put into it, it's going to stay just like just like it was when you first got it. You can't even tell this is the same wig. Look at that. I was ready to throw this in the trash can. And that looks really good. So, my maximum impact client is going to be a happy girl. And, well, I'll fix your hair. And she sees how good she looks now. This doesn't even look like the same wig. I'm happy to say. This looks longer than the one I have upstairs, but maybe with all that crunch it stretches out or something, but follow the steps, give it a chance, have the right tools, and even you could be a professional when you watch your YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Great day. Happy holidays.